It's an important question. I'm not the one asking it. If Trump is overturned, who will be president? The Democrats, through Jill Stein, are doing a recount in 4 states, maybe more tomorrow, only where Trump won by narrow margins. No states that Hillary won by narrow margins, even though there was major fraud in those states. Bev Harris and others have exposed that. But then Jill Stein says it's nonpartisan. We're just recounting states that Donald Trump won. That's like saying, when the Nazis lined up people and machine gunned them, they weren't actually shooting them with bullets. They were just patting them on the back. This is how stupid they think we are when we tell us that Obamacare is free. Well, there's not any death panels. So they stole the nomination from Bernie Sanders. They've stolen all these other state seats, you name it. They've engaged in all these crimes. They've launched all these wars. And now they're telling us that, we can't have Donald Trump. Why? Hillary won the popular vote by 2,000 or 2 million or 10 billion. No, it's 2 million. But the problem is 3 million dead people voted. 3 or 4 million illegal aliens voted. The numbers vary. It may be higher. So that would have Trump 6 million ahead. But that doesn't matter. Because this is cuckoo land, where we want an arch criminal, Hillary, that launched all these wars, funded Al-Qaeda, funded ISIS, had a corrupt foundation, was involved in all these other crimes, got rid of derivatives, created derivatives, got rid of Glass-Steagall, the whole banking legislation, so they could rape us. I mean, Hillary is the front woman of the globalists and of the multinationals. And now everybody's on Thanksgiving holiday, the last few days. They're busy attacking on every single front with the lady that got rid of Glass-Steagall, that brought us derivatives, that sold us out to Al-Qaeda and ISIS, that pushed her anti-gun agenda, that opened our borders up, that basically put Barack Obama in power. This is how stupid they think we are. Because for her butt-hurt constituents who are just losers, they don't care about real power or actually run their own lives. They want to imagine that a big mommy is there to take care of them. So Donald Trump's trying to cut poor people's taxes to zero. He's trying to get rid of the TPP that's unelected globalism. He's trying to get rid of the one-sided trade deals like NAFTA and GATT and the carbon taxes. And people are pissed because CNN and MSNBC and ABC and CBS and NBC all say he's a racist. So it just feels good to buy into this big corporate bandwagon because we're against the corporations and call for Trump's head on a spike. But there you go. Here's the big question. Let's say you overturn the Electoral College by December 20th. Let's say the Democratic Party fundraisers that are giving money to Jill Stein, who's not political, she's just recounting states Trump won. Let's say you're successful. Do we bring back the epileptic, mentally ill demon woman who had to be restrained and sedated on November 8th that evening? Do we just bring someone else back, the same old people, and put them in charge? Will the American people put up with that? That's really the big issue we're here talking about. It's funny, I never heard George W. Bush or George Herbert Walker Bush or Bill Clinton or Hillary Rodham Clinton talk about bombs in the World Trade Center. But this astounding Fox News affiliate out of New Jersey and New York that Donald Trump was on the morning of 9/11, somebody went to their archives that they just published, and it's Donald Trump that morning saying there must have been bombs in the building. Now, why is that so important? It shows he's his own man who built a lot of buildings. And he breaks down the architecture, just like engineers have done on my show, of why it looks like bombs. But here's the issue. If he's part of the New York insiders, he would have been told they were going to blow it up with the Saudis as a police state measure and to attack Iraq. And he would have gone along with the official story. It shows he's truly independent, that he now joins all of us that were there on the first day of 9/11, pointing out the bombs in the buildings, the architecture experts, the engineers, the architects, the police officers, the firefighters, you name it. This is another feather in his hat, probably his biggest. He was against NAFTA, he was against GATT, he spent millions fighting it. He was against so many other one-sided deals that hurt America, but now he really enters that rare space where we've got Donald Trump openly in front of God, country, the world, exposing 9/11 15 years ago, if we go back in the time machine. So I want to ask viewers and listeners this question. Listen, I've never gotten behind a presidential candidate like I have Trump. And it's because my gut, which is my subconscious mind, all my neurons, everything, realizing that the establishment that I don't like is absolutely, completely, and totally scared. And so that's why I'm here exposing this, because he may not be perfect and nobody is. But he's not Hillary Clinton. He's not George W. Bush. He's not Jeb Bush. He's not the New World Order. Infowars.com is the front line of the fight. We're bigger than the BBC, bigger than the New York Times. Look at Quantcast. Look at all the statistics. That's the reality. We've already overturned these people to a very, very great extent. And history is happening. So that's why I want to thank you all. That's why I want to say I appreciate you. And whatever comes out of this, we are all part of this liberating contest of liberty that makes us free. And what matters is our will is to do good. Our will is to empower others. Most so-called men only seek to dominate other men and just be dominant individuals. That's easy to do, actually. What's really important is to build new systems and to build new societies and new civilizations and to actually empower and help others, because you're actually so strong and so dominant, you actually want to procreate and build a better planetary system. And that's what we're actually fighting for. That's what InfoWars is promoting. It's what I stand for. So I want to salute you all and thank you for your support. Some of what we do is ugly. Some of what we do is beautiful. But bottom line, it's always authentic. It's always bona fide. It's always real. So, big video of Donald Trump exposing bombs in the World Trade Center on Infowars.com right now. But let me ask you this question. What happens if they unseat Trump? Who do they put in? Queen Hillary? That's not going to happen. It's a plan by Soros and others to cause race war and division in this country. They've been pushing it. They're desperate. They know they're losing control, and that's why they're throwing everything into chaos. And people of every race, color, and creed who bleed red blood are smart enough to know that. So I'll meet you there, my friends, on the front lines of the Infowar. Infowars.com. I love you.